Hi friends, recording this video for you on this beautiful rainy morning. As I was driving into the office today, I was thinking back on a conversation I had with someone earlier this week who asked me, how did you find the Episcopal Church? I love this question. It's a question that I often ask, and I want to ask you as well today. How did you find the Episcopal Church? Why are you here? Why do you consider St. John's your home and this beautiful tradition that we're a part of? So my journey is one that's a little bit, I think, predictable. Like, I grew up in the Episcopal Church. My dad is an Episcopal priest, so of course, why wouldn't I be in the Episcopal Church? But actually, I took a 6-year break from this denomination during college and for a couple of years after, where I was exploring different traditions. I was down in the South, and I was became very involved in Southern Baptist traditions and also kind of this evangelical church experience in the South. And there's a lot about that appealed to me. But I actually came back to the Episcopal Church on my own. And it was a conscious decision. It was a very deep spiritual decision for me. And I would give it one word that defines why I came back to the Episcopal Church. And that word is mystery. You see, the denominations that I was a part of and the sermons that I was hearing, I got to this point where I realized that every single Sunday, the pastors felt like they had an answer for every question that there was about God. There was no ambiguity. So the pastor would just get up and start talking, and it almost felt like the pastor had a direct line to God, and anything you ever wanted to know about God or the mysteries of God, the pastor had an answer to. And I just felt like my spirituality became asphyxiated by this type of, there's an answer for everything. And eventually I became like spiritually hungry because it didn't make sense for me that there would be one pastor with all this power up there who knew every single thing about God and could speak basically without any ambiguity. Like, if there's anything you've ever wanted to know, here's the answer. And if you don't agree with this, then you're kind of completely off over here, with no clue about who God is. So just go with what I'm telling you. And that's the answer. That's the truth. And so I started thinking about, okay, so I have this feeling that there's way more out there. And when I mean more, I don't mean like more answers to questions. I was actually looking for more silence, more ambiguity, more mystery. And that's why I came back to the Episcopal Church, because one of the things that we truly value in our tradition is that there are so many things we don't understand about God. It reminds me of this one passage of scripture that I came across years ago that just resonated with me. It's Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 29. Deuteronomy 29, 29. It's easy to remember. And it says this. It says, the secret things belong to God, but the things that are revealed belong to you and to your children forever. It's so beautiful. And it's a reminder that there are secret things that belong to God, things that we're not meant to understand. Think of all the questions that we have about faith and about life, questions that we keep asking, like what happens after we die, which is a huge one, or why do bad things happen to good people? These are huge questions that we don't have answers to. Some will try to answer them in their own way, but in the Episcopal Church, we try to stay within our lane. We try to say, okay, there are things that are truly mysteries, and we don't have to understand everything in order to believe. And we don't have to feel like our pastor understands everything in order for us to think that they're actually good enough at what they do. So we can come together into this space where we say, God is God, and God is so much bigger than we are. And there's no way that even in our most intelligent moments that we could even come close to scratching the surface of what God knows. And so God is God. We are here, and the things that are secret belong to God, and the things that have been revealed to us, those are ours, and that's what we get to live into. So this is where I fall back in my spirituality, and in a very deep place. I think about the things that are revealed, like love one another. That is revealed. It's not ambiguous, and I'm called to live my life where I love my neighbor as myself, as I spoke this past Sunday. And then there are questions that I don't have the answer to. And in that space of both there's ambiguity and there is clarity. In that space, I find a home in the Episcopal Church. So I would love to hear your answer. Why the Episcopal Church? What is it about this that meets your spiritual needs and your spiritual hunger? And also, what are areas that you still feel you would like to learn about? And let's keep this conversation going. God bless you, St. John's. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.